世界のみんなとつながろう Bridges across world communities.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Bridges Across World Communities, sponsored by NIA, the Nishinomiya City International Association. My name is Floyd.
And my name is Thelma. This program provides important information for English-speaking residents in the Nishinomiya area and is broadcast on the second Saturdays of each month from 12 noon to 12:15.
This month we'll talk about the role of punctuality in Japanese society.
Our disaster prevention topic is about heavy rainfall during the rainy season.
And we have the second half of our interview with Mr. Keith Jackson, originally from the UK and now living in Nishinomiya.
提供は西宮市国際交流協会です。
Hello, Thelma. It's Tsuyu season again in Japan and time to keep our umbrellas and raincoats handy.
Hello, Floyd. Yes, rainy season is officially here, but I'm not complaining. It's also the time of year when my favorite flowers, ajisai, are blooming all over Nishinomiya.
Oh yeah, hydrangeas are beautiful, aren't they? So what's our topic for this month?
Well, have you ever heard of Toki no Kinenbe?
No, what's that?
It means Time Day. It's celebrated every June 10th as a day to think about the importance of valuing time and being punctual.
Of course. In Japan, punctuality is not just a virtue, but a fundamental pillar of daily life and culture.
That's right. And for example, trains and buses follow precise schedules, and even if they're just a minute late, you'll hear all kinds of announcements apologizing for the delay. Well, many foreigners are surprised by this.
Yeah. You know, when I lived in Vancouver, the buses were never on schedule, and sometimes they didn't even show up at all. And when I lived in New York City, the subways were always late, and trains would often go out of service unexpectedly. And you'd never hear any kind of apology for the customers for that.
Wow.
How about in the Philippines, Thelma? Is punctuality as important there as it is here in Japan?
Well, have you ever heard of Filipino time?
No.
Yeah, you can Google it. Actually, most Filipinos, they value more like spending time together than precisely going to the time set.
Okay.
Exact time. Well, you know, in Japan, being punctual is considered an expression of respect for others, while being late for a meeting or an appointment is considered very rude.
Yeah, especially in the business world. You know, it's said that people who are not punctual can't be trusted. Now, if you have a meeting or an appointment with a client, you must arrive at least 5 minutes early. They even have an expression for this, go funmai kodo, I think is how you pronounce it, which literally means act 5 minutes earlier.
And if you can't make it on time, you must call the other person and apologize for being late.
Yeah. Punctuality is also emphasized in Japan's education system. From elementary school, and in some cases even from kindergarten, children learn to follow a set schedule, such as class starting time, lunchtime, and so on. In this way, the habit of punctuality is developed early and continues into adulthood.
Besides being punctual, Japanese people continue to pursue efficient ways of working by finding new methods to achieve better results with less time, effort, and cost. Well, this known as taipai means time performance, and koskopa meaning cost performance.
Yeah, also in Japan, Japanese society in general, there is a cultural emphasis on group harmony and collective responsibility that values the interest of the group more than the individual. So being punctual shows respect for others and helps maintain social harmony.
So precise transportation schedules, buses, business culture, and education system, and the pursuit of social harmony are some of the main reasons why people in Japan are so punctual and strict about time.
Yeah, that's right. You know, it took me a while to get used to the extreme punctuality in Japan, but, you know, I've learned to appreciate it, especially when it comes to the efficiency of the transportation system.
And it's not so difficult to be 5 minutes early for a meeting, especially when it shows mutual respect for others and contributes to social harmony.
Exactly. So let's try to put more effort into being punctual.
7.7 Sakura FM.
And we'd like to welcome back Dr. Keith Jackson, the second half of our interview. Welcome.
Welcome, and thank you again for inviting me. And again, please call me Keith.
Keith, okay. Now, last month, just a really quick review, we mentioned how you're from the UK. You've worked and lived in several countries in Europe. You're multilingual, I think 10 languages. And you've been in Japan for about 10 years now. So what have you been doing here for 10 years?
Well, enjoying life here and being endlessly fascinated by what I can learn from living and working here and traveling around Japan. But yes, when I decided I would no longer just visit from Europe to Japan, I decided to take a job in Japan. And through my connection with my university in the UK, which is SOAS University of London, one of our partner universities in Japan is Kobe University. And in that way, when I decided I wanted to stay and work full-time in Japan, they offered me a job developing a new program there.
What was the program?
It was a new master's and PhD program, and it was trying to encourage initially Japanese master's and PhD students to study through the medium of English. And then we put them together with PhD students from different countries as well. And it's still going. It's much bigger now. It's still going. But
How was the experience?
It was wonderful. I mean, you know the campus of Kobe University and Rokodai there, and the people I worked with were wonderful. I was really, really impressed with what I saw and heard, and some of the students. Some of them were really serious about their studies. You know, little study circles, talking about English, philosophy, and different things. It was really quite amazing. So it was all new to me. So I was learning all the time, even though I was working in education as a teacher, but also as an administrator.
So are you still doing this?
I'm doing it part-time now still. So I'm still affiliated with Kobe University here, and I do work with, I mentioned SOAS University of London. Yeah.
Yes. You mentioned part-time, so do you have lots of free time now, or are you still involved in a lot of other things?
I stopped working full-time in Japan in March of this year, 2025, so I'm still getting used to it. So I'm still
getting used to free time?
I'm still busy trying to organise my free time, yes. So, but I made the right decision, and I'm very pleased I'm able to stay on in here in Japan, and I hope do something useful.
Well, I mean, it seems like you're the author of many publications. You're editor of, I think, several Asian publications still, or are you still
Journals? Yes.
Journals. And you were a country expert, listed as, I guess, a country expert for EU Japan Center of Industrial Cooperation in Belgium. So the EU, basically, you're involved
with the EU. Yes. And I forget how that started, but I still work for them occasionally as well.
Now, sounds like you've been working there. You're still working for them, but you started, I think, 2017, I believe. Right. So you were, again, coming from the UK, living in a lot of countries in Europe. This whole Brexit issue must have been quite a thing for you. Had quite an impact.
Well, not just for me. Well, I'll just very briefly go back. I did my undergraduate degree in the UK in linguistics, and I studied German and Danish, because at that time, as a teenager, I was really enthusiastic about being European.
Yes.
And after I completed my undergraduate degree, I went to work in Germany for a year, and then I went back to the UK. And where I'm from, Liverpool, during the 1980s, the situation was not good at all economically. And I couldn't find a job. And I was shocked and scared, actually. So I said, well, that's it. And I went to work in different countries in Europe.
Yes.
I just felt more valued.
Well, with Brexit, I guess the younger people don't have this opportunity anymore.
Well, I mean, I can't comment. I mean, I will say, because I work in education, I think whatever government in Britain, the decision to prevent UK students from joining the Erasmus program, which is they can do freely exchange, gain credits in different universities in Europe. I just can't understand the sense of that, how that in any way benefits these young people's lives or their career prospects. So I don't want to talk politics, but I don't understand Brexit from that point of view. And then I mentioned my own experience, like being a European. I mean, I went back to Britain a couple of years ago to get the new passport, and I'm no longer a European citizen, and it hurts me, quite honestly. I mean, I don't see the benefits.
Yeah, I lived in New York for 22 years, and what I'm seeing happening now with the Trump administration, tariffs, immigration issues, and kind of the breakdown of the checks and balances in the government. I'm kind of wondering if what I'm experiencing or what I'm seeing there is very similar to what was you would say, or you were seeing happening in Brexit back then?
I mean, I don't know. I realised some years ago I didn't really understand. I'd been to America a few times. I realised I didn't really understand America or Americans, and that's no offence. I just realised that, like many British people, I think, British people think we got a special relationship. Well, I'm not sure it's fully reciprocal now. But so I comment in Britain. Okay. When I was living and working in Japan, I was going back to the UK often. One reason because my father was on his own, he wasn't too well. But anyway, one thing I value, and I could probably say miss from being in Britain, is that it's very easy to get in conversation with strangers. Even to talk about kind of thing we're talking about, politics there, you know. And very often when I was going before Brexit and then after Brexit still, not just what was on the news or in the political discourse, I noticed that people, when I was talking with strangers, like where I grew up, they could see who I was, they could hear where I grew up there, and some of the things they were saying about foreigners, for example, I thought, well, why are you telling me this? You know, and
I mean negative things.
Well, discriminatory things, and
okay,
I just wasn't used to that, and so that was disappointing, you could say. But I recognise I'm in a very privileged position. But I mean, that whole mood, and that's tainted how I feel about what I expect to hear when I go back to even where I grew up. Not from bad people, just what people think is normal to talk about now in politics.
Well, I mean, again, I'm seeing the same thing in the States. I feel the same way. We're one last thing I wanted to bring up. Kind of what kind of things are you involved with now that you feel strongly about?
Well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I during 2020 it was. I mean, I was working on an MBA program here somewhere in Kyoto at the time, and during 2020 the graduates, COVID, it was very uncertain. So I decided to help them using my experience of career mentoring and advice giving, and that's what I want to do now. I want to invest time in offering career advice, and some colleagues, career advice to people who are early graduates, and also my focus on mentoring for people in their mid-careers, especially women in Japan.
You're doing this as a volunteer, so
as a volunteer.
It's a free program.
It's a free program, yeah. I can tell you more details later, perhaps, but that's the idea.
Sounds like it could help a lot of people. What's the program called if somebody's interested?
We've used the name Tozai. It's like Tozai Coaching and Mentoring. We're putting our website together soon. So Tozai is this east-west idea, and that's how we see it. So.
Well, I think a lot of people will benefit from that.
Well, I hope so.
Anyway, we're already out of time. It's
Okay.
gone so quickly, but thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And good luck rest of your time.
All the best. Thank you so much.
Bosai Joho desu. In Japan, when the seasons change from spring to summer, we experience many rainy days. We call this time of year Tsuyu, or rainy seasons.
In the Kansai area where we live, the Tsuyu season usually starts around June 6th and ends around July 19th. During this time, there's an increased risk of heavy rains that can cause landslides and flooding. Here are a couple of simple things to do before the rains start.
First, carefully review both the Yogo CG hazard map and the Nishinomiya Bosai disaster prevention map. This will clearly show any nearby hazardous areas and also the location of your nearest emergency shelters.
And secondly, you should prepare emergency items in advance for a quick evacuation.
Here are some few simple things to do after the rain starts.
Keep up to date with the latest weather information from reliable sources on TV, radio, or the internet.
If you live in low-lying, flood-prone areas, put sandbags around your house to prevent flooding.
And avoid any unnecessary outings during the heavy rains.
Let's make this a safe Tsuyu season. The NIA will be holding a special event at the end of this month.
First aid training for foreigners will be held on Sunday, June 29th from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. at the Nishinomiya Fire Department near JR Nishinomiya Station.
The instruction will include how to prevent heat stroke, how to make an emergency call, how to administer CPR, and how to use AED. Participation is free. For inquiries and consultations of the services, please inquire at NIA at 0798-328680.
提供は西宮市国際交流協会でした。
Please keep hydrated and stay safe, everyone.